Libra, what it do? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the week of March 8th through the 14th. Look at me remembering. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. We're going to pull some overarching energy from the Star Seed Oracle deck. If you stick with me to the end of the reading, I will read a passage out of the guidebook for you. This deck is a little bit auspicious, so there's some great messages here, but I will need to read them for you. At the end of this reading, I'll also get some advice for you from the Untethered Souls deck. This is a reading, messages from your higher self. So let's see what your higher self has for you today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, especially if you've been here a couple times. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Wow. That one's not so auspicious. The other cards have been like hard to read. It's like, well, in oracles, you know. Again, I do love this deck, but you kind of do have to read it in accordance with the guidebook. But this one seems very clear. You seem to be carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. This is a 10 of Wands energy that I'm getting here. So having better boundaries with people. Letting things go, and not carrying things that are not yours. I think Librans and in an attempt to be good kind of with everyone, you can have a tendency to carry other people's burdens around with you, and it's not yours. Okay, so there we are. There you are. I'm not reading for myself right now. King of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck. So air energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini there. Just feeling very decisive, I would say, in this situation. And we'll see what the situation turns out to be. But overall this week, we're getting a strong energy of sort of recovering from something and making decisions as it pertains to moving forward. Tarot is so fascinating. Lots of swords showing up for you here this week, which is very fitting for a Libra reading. Okay, you are showing up as the 9 of Wands. So you've been carrying a lot of stuff around with you, and in this deck, it's almost as if this person just wants to quit. There's a defensiveness here, and watch that defensive energy, Libra. Anytime defensiveness comes up with you, there's probably a message there for what you're being defensive of. And it's hard because it's like you want to defend yourself. That's something that you as a sign tend to fall back on. You don't want to defend yourself. But not defending yourself, right, is not necessarily, there's defending yourself and defending your position, and then there's just general defensiveness. And what I'm getting here is like general defensiveness and also wanting to quit right before you're almost there. So you were wanting to quit something, and it might not be like you're almost at the finish line. So figure out what it is that you feel like you have to defend, and at least make it very clear so that in your King of Swords energy, you can really speak to your truth, so that you don't feel like you have to quit before you get to where you're going. Situation has to do with the 10 of Pentacles. So there's a situation around you. There's an opportunity for something long-term showing up for you, Libra. There's also a situation in this chest. There's 6 pentacles, and outside of it are 4 pentacles. And very interestingly enough, the 4 of Pentacles is showing up. So I feel like you've learned a lot about how to give and take in a long-term situation, right? Like something long-term is showing up for you. There's a lot of abundance. There is a situation, and you're learning how to, you've like achieved success in learning how to like equally give of a situation and allow yourself not to be taken advantage of. But you haven't learned how to resist holding on to something. So I do feel like there's this this holding on energy, and it's really about learning how to take this concept of like how not to hold on to things and how to bring that into the chest. Whereas you've learned in this situation how to have more give and take. I think that there's an opportunity here for you to really listen to your intuition. The intuitive hits that you are getting this week are probably very correct and probably very right. I don't see you really spending a whole lot of time talking to other folks about some of these things. This could be where the defensiveness is coming in. If you are interacting with anybody that really pulls you into the energy of defensiveness, I see you going within instead of going without, and spending less time, or I guess there's an opportunity here for you to spend more time with yourself and in silence, as opposed to out in the world in conflict. And I know that's not your energy, but it's one of the things where if you're pushed too far, you tend to react. And again, we have this like King of Swords energy here, which can also be just like, I'm going to speak my truth so I can cut you off so that you can't say anything else. And that can be very hurtful to other people. We have the moon showing up as what the universe is working on. So either you or somebody around you has been keeping some secrets. This could all, I mean, they don't always have to be secrets. The moon doesn't always mean that. It can also just mean like a deeply emotional time. When I see this High Priestess, sort of like Piscean energy in both of these cards, which is just where we're at right now astrologically. This can also just be me in like a deeply intuitive time, and also like a highly emotional time. So that is possible. This also may mean the universe is working on like revealing some secrets or things that have been, I wouldn't say hidden from you in the past, but I would say like that you just haven't gotten much clarity on. The King of Pentacles is showing up as what you don't see. So there's a possibility that there's an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, that is coming towards you. That is definitely a possibility. There's also just there may be somebody around that's like grounded, that's very grounded. You may be stepping into like a more grounded, abundant energy. Again, like this situation has to do with the Ten of Pentacles. So really commanding an idea of like how you want your home to be, what you want things to look like in the long term for yourself here, Libra. In the near future, we have the Five of Swords. So we do have some conflict energy coming towards you. This person in this card is carrying four swords, right, around with them and wielding the Ace of Swords here. So there's like a lot of truth with this person. And again, this is like mental conflict, right? So this is like, it could be an argument. It doesn't have to be. But this person, the reason why they are so entrenched in this battle is because they are holding on to the Four of Swords, which is their rest and recovery, right? So they're sort of like feeling like, I got my heart broken and now I have to recover from that. And if anybody comes in, right, like Knight of Swords energy, that is what I'm getting. So interesting. We have the Four of Swords here too. But if anybody fucks with my rest, then I'm going to attack, is the energy that I'm getting. So just be careful of how you're showing up in the world again and how you're wielding your sword. This is the same sword that is showing up on the King of Swords as well. They're wielding the same weapon here. So just be careful of how you're showing up, and how you respond to people when they are interrupting your rest and recovery. In the recent past, we have the Page of Pentacles. Pages are about learning something new here. So you may have learned something new that had to do with your money. This page is like very concerned, like they're very like excited about this like one coin, right? They hold the key to like the Ace of Pentacles showing up here. So I'm just getting the energy that you may have learned something new, or somebody may be showing up with a message or an offer that is new. The Page of Pentacles hasn't, they're setting out on a journey to learn something, but they haven't learned the thing. But this is showing up in the recent past. So I'm seeing this as turning into more of a Knight energy for you. Something showed up in the recent past and those events are moving out of focus, but for whatever reason, that is putting you on the defensive. So there may have been a message or something new that came in around finances or money, or something that you expected to receive that did not come in, is a possibility here too. You would know obviously better than I would know, but this seems to be moving out of focus here for you. You are showing up in this situation as the Four of Swords. So as I said, as we move into the Five of Swords energy, I see you going through this situation of like resting and recovering, and then like almost taking it to a level beyond what is needed to move forward with what you need to do. So be careful of that. But there does seem to be a call here for you to take some time out and rest a little bit, spend some time by yourself. Again, we have the Nine of Pentacles here showing up as well for you. So again, an energy of just being very abundant, but also being on your own or having a sense of independence for you. And when we get these nines, right, there's like the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. There's independence and defensiveness, which can very, very often be two energies that that can be mistaken for each other, right? And that's where I kind of see this conflict energy coming in for you. So be careful of that. Independence and interdependence, those sorts of things are very positive. Defensiveness, saying I still need to rest, like I need my time alone, I need to, you know, those things can be negative and can sort of turn people off, even if you're speaking your truth there. So hopes and fears, I have the Six of Swords. So I think you're hoping to move on from a situation that you've been in probably for a while. I see you maybe literally wanting to move. Time will tell with that card. And the outcome, we have the Four of Pentacles. If you are like sort of wanting to move or wanting to move on for a situation, I would just put not all of your energy, I would put a lot of your energy into really figuring out what it is you want. You might know that right now. For some reason, I feel like it's oscillating. Otherwise, this conflict card wouldn't be showing up for you. But I do see you holding on to whatever it is you're holding on to for a little bit longer here, Libra. Okay, let's, I'm going to pull again some advice from the Untethered Souls deck, but before I do that, let's read your card from the Starseed Oracle. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders, to put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take it on, its problems, from a place of energetic depletion. You can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taking out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, Show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. Your soul inquiry: what are you carrying that isn't even yours? Beautiful message there for you, Libra. Let's get some advice here for you. You are a great being who has been given a tremendous opportunity to explore beyond yourself. So that's what I have for you today, Libra. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed this reading. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks.